Microsoft. Well, right now for Microsoft, this is really holding this trend right now. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this area. This area is holding as a support. So for now, look for price to really hold this 245 area for bounce into the 20 exponential moving average. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. Well, what do I have going on today? I have simplified version, simplified way of looking at things, and the market has been really pushing lower for the past couple of weeks, and the idea here is to just look for those names you love, look for those solid stocks that you really use every day, year in, year out, month by month, to really pick off of. Like, you're looking at Microsoft, you're looking at Google, you're looking at Apple. These are the names that are still gonna be there in the long run. Amazon as well is another take as well. But for the market last week Friday, we saw that the energy sector is down, is really green on the energy sector, coupled with the healthcare side of things as well. Looking at it from this angle, we also have consumer defensive down as well, but majority of the sector are green. So what are we looking for? We're looking for solid names that we're going to be putting in our portfolio. For me, I'm already buying some of these stocks, some of these names like Amazon, Disney, Google, NVDA, Microsoft, even Apple as well. I'm just like easing into the trade, easing into my long-term portfolio, right? We all want to retire early, correct? So as a result, this is an opportunity for us to get into the market. But however, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock whatsoever. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into just talk briefly about what Baron comment was as per the market. It says billionaire investor Ron Baron argued Friday that the recent sell-off in the major US equity indices, which has taken the S&P to the lowest level since 2020, represent a huge, monstrous buying opportunity. What is he trying to say? Is because the market has been down and down and down a whole lot. Since it's the buying opportunity, let's take a look at what the market is looking at right here. We're looking at the Spider S&P 500 ETF. This is what I'm looking at. From the highest of highest is, we're about 32% at this point in time to the downside, right? So we're now in what they call the bearish territory, the bearish area for the market. So with that being said, you're gonna be looking at the big boys in the game picking up what? Picking up stocks from this area. It doesn't matter if the stock goes back another 2%, 3% or 4%, it doesn't matter, but they're gonna be staging the trade as the market begin to rethink what is going on with inflation, what is going on with oil and gas. But then, who am I? I'm gonna be picking up as time goes on. I'm gonna be picking up on those good stock, on those long-term stocks that I know are solid. I'm not gonna be messing with penny stocks, right? I'm gonna be dealing with the big boys. That's what I'm talking about. Now, from the recent highs, we got about 15% to the downside, which also coincide with our 50 exponential moving average. From the 20 exponential moving average, we have about 8% right now, 8-9% to the downside. Now we're putting up what I call the double bottom. All right, so double bottom in this case is a very good way for the stock to really bounce to the upside. So we got the double bottom plus Another bullish pattern is the doji at the bottom as well. Okay, when doji appears at the top, it signifies, you know, a reversal to the downside. At the bottom, it signifies, you know, to the upside. But in most cases, it is true, but you never know what could go, you know, on in the market open on a Tuesday, because on Monday the market is closed, right? Now, this is the market. This trend right here, I'm expecting the market to break through this trend based on this double bottom and this doji right here. So keep an eye out, see if everyone came back from Father's Day weekend and decided to just start buying stocks, right? Now, our first stock today is gonna be SHOP. This is Shopify. What I'm looking for Shopify here, I'm looking for price to really bounce off the 300, right? And price really did bounce off that spot, and all of a sudden we closed right about 316.82. So right now we're consolidating around this spot. See if price can still continue to push into the 320, and we should be all right. But for now, you know, I'm, you know, staging some trade around this area because the forward split is also coming as well on Shopify. Now, next stock we're going to be dealing with, Disney, right? So Disney, the reason why I brought up Disney is because it's also a long-term play. Why is it a long-term play? Because you know, couples, you know, families, they're gonna keep having kids, right? Because as they keep having kids, guess what's gonna happen? Disney will still have some form of a business going on, and you know, you're gonna have, you know, folks going into Disneyland, Disney World, Disney what have you, right? And they'll also have you know, an online screening as well. So I think, you know, looking at Disney at below 100 is also a good deal. So look for consolidation, which is happening right now around this $94-$95 area for some form of a peak. I'm still picking some up, and I'm going to stage it to a certain amount of shares that I like, and then just hold it for the long term. Yes, this is the area, this is where so many folks that are very immature in the market are still scared and even pulling out their money because they think market will just keep going down and going in and going down. Look at it, the big boys, this is where they're beginning to buy stocks, right? But then the small guys, or the guys, the immature guys, this is where they're gonna be taking their money up. Why didn't they take their money up around the highest of the highest, right? Because they think the market will continue to go up. Now we are at that point of the buying opportunities. They think the market will continue to go down. So this is where you're gonna keep staging your buys, okay? It's not a recommendation again, guys, right? Another stock I'll be looking at is Baba as well, which, you know, invariably with the Biden administration and the Chinese, as they begin to ease things up with trade and all that, I think Alibaba is another one to keep an eye out on. Anything below 100 is also a good stuff. But keep an eye out, because this area is a very solid area. If your trend breaks as well, which coincide with a 20 and 50 exponential moving average area, then I'll be expecting more to about $95. But for now, volume is coming in. Let's keep an eye on that name. Fubu. What is Fubu? Fubu is another small one. It's a Fubu TV. Right now, I know it's $2.82. This is coming from a highest of the highest, like, you know, $33, $40 zone. But right now, just keep an eye out on this area. See if this price area can break, which is what? Our 20 exponential moving average, INTC. What are we looking at right now? We've been selling off, right? We are trying to figure out what the semiconductor industry is doing, how we can ease the shortage in the semiconductor space, right? So keep an eye out on INTC as well as AMD as well. Okay, AMD, these are the two. They are very competitive in nature, but you know, keep an eye out, see if price can still hold this area. But for now, I'm looking at this trend for AMD. Nothing wrong with staging the trade on AMD as well. Okay, so keep an eye out, because we're really sold off in the market and all stocks as well. AFM as well, AFRM. This one right now, I'm looking at price around this area, $19, and if price revisit the $20, I think we should be able to get through into the $22 spot. But for now, this is your area, this is your trend to watch, guys, on AFRM. Now Kroger, what is happening with Kroger? They reported the good numbers, but guess what, you know, the stock really did push back down. Now what I'll be looking for, anything below $45, I am good. It's a good, it's a go for me, right? But staging the trade, there's nothing wrong with that. Now we're feeling breaking through the 200 SMA right now, so keep an eye out on that name as well. Lululemon. What we're going on right now, I'm looking at price to hold the $270 spot. If price hold this spot, then we should be all right to keep going. But for right now, this is what we got going on. This is the left side of the shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right side, which is what? Your inverse head and shoulder. It means a reversal pattern. But for now, 270 is your best bet spot to watch. Microsoft. Well, right now for Microsoft, this is really holding this trend right now. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this area. This area is holding as a support. So for now, you know, look for price to really hold this 245 area for bounce into the 20 exponential moving average. I'm also staging on Microsoft as well. Netflix is another one to keep an eye out on. The competition is not really disturbing this name, but there are issue with, you know, a strict restriction on the password sharing, right? So keep an eye out on Netflix as well. Netflix right now is on that zone, trying to hold this area as well, so keep an eye out on Netflix. I do like Netflix. MVAX as well right now, $40 is going to act as our support. NVDA is another one, guys, to keep an eye out on as well. 155, that area, I do love that area. I added to that area. I'm expecting 160 to break. If 160 break, then we'll be looking at 170, 175 on Netflix. PayPal is another one to keep an eye out on. This one is also a good one, guys. You know, keep an eye out on that one. Boeing as well. Boeing doesn't care about what the market is doing right now. Boeing is at close to being 140. 140 break, then we're looking at 145 on Boeing. Amazon, I've been picking some up on Amazon, and what is that? Amazonia. Those are good companies that, you know, they're gonna last for a long term, and bankruptcy is not in their cards as well. Okay, so yes, the RSI right now is at a very good spot for a pickup, but for now, you know, keep an eye out on that spot. They did a forward split, and that's the reason why Amazon pushed you know, have this low price in terms of the tag name. So keep an eye out. I picked some up on Amazon, and I'm loading up on Amazon as well. I also picked some up on WMT, which is Walmart as well. This is a huge dip for me, and now we're putting up a very solid double bottom. Keep an eye out on that as well. Even if we continue to push down, I'll be buying as well, because I don't think Walmart is going to, you know, enter into bankruptcy because of what? Inflation? No, they're not going to do that. So keep an eye out on Walmart as well. Zoom as well. Zoom just didn't care about the market. It's not following the market trend. But for now, keep an eye out, see if this area can really hold solidly, which is our 20 and 50 exponential moving average spot. Square as well, which is our AKA block. Right now we push lower. Okay, last 2 weeks we've been really, you know, selling off, but for now, right now, $55 your best bet for a bounce again on that name. So keep an eye out on that as well. Apple is another one to have in your portfolio, guys. You know, right now 130 is going to act as a support on Apple. With their new product coming in, I think this will, you know, get some form of a bounce on Apple. So keep an eye out on this area. This is the trend I will be watching in the coming days. Right now we got 36% on the RSI with 200 moving average right around the 150 160 area. Guess what, we really sold off to the downside. IWM right now, IWM at this point in time, we've got 165. So you know, I'm expecting some form of a bounce in no time, but you know, just stage your trades, stage your portfolio, and be very wise on your trade. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your time. The remaining chat, I'm gonna post them up on my Twitter and on my StockTweet account. Here's my StockTweet account as well, and I'm gonna share them on my Twitter. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your time. I hope you guys have a fantastic, wonderful time ahead, guys. Peace and love. Bye bye.